We're with Greg Dolhon, the North Pocono football coach here on the John Mendola Show. And Greg, big news today. The PIAA gives the green light for a season. A lot of people are very excited about it. However, there's some people that are a little bit more cautiously optimistic about this. And for you, let's talk about the Lackawanna League has decided, hey, we're going to start a little bit later. We're going to have a shortened season. So you guys have a little bit extra time here now that the PIAA today has given the green light.
Yeah, I think cautiously optimistic is the great term, John. I think we have to be optimistic because we want our kids to play, but we have to be cautious moving forward, right? Obviously, this is a real thing, and the world is going through it, and we have to be cautious of protecting everybody involved in the program. We've been practicing since July 13th, not really football, but conditioning. And we're doing a good job, knock on wood and cross our fingers. Everything has been pretty good, and we're sort of trying to get our kids in shape. And then we're planning and aiming for September 14th, which the Lackawanna League has decided is the acclimatization period. And then the following week would be, the week you get ready for a scrimmage, and hopefully we'll have one of them. And then we're looking for 5 games through the month of October. So I think cautiously optimistic is the key, but can't stress enough the importance of the health and the safety of everybody involved in the program. As much as, and John, how much I love the game of football and how much I love being around the game of football and the kids, but I think we have to make sure that safety is always our first priority.
When you talk about your coaches that you have to think about, everybody's got something to think about. You think of the players, you think, hey, they're going home to parents and grandparents, and you think of the coaching staff that you have. There's a lot of factors in this. It's a big picture thing, and it may involve the cheerleaders and the band and booster club. So we're not sure how it's all going to look when it comes to game day. Are there going to be fans? Some of that stuff's going to be worked out. I think we'll know in coming days / weeks about that. But nonetheless, hopefully student athletes could be safe, coaching staffs could be safe. A lot of these referees we have in our area are up in age as well. So that's a factor as well.
Yeah, Johnny, you hit on a lot of great points there. I think number one is I think you're looking at it in a very short-sighted manner if you say, well, the kids won't get sick, so that's okay. Well, that's awesome, and we're hoping. And then we're actually, finding out now that kids aren't as safe as they have thought they have been, but they are relatively safe, obviously, with the numbers. But it's the web part of it, John, where now they come home to grandparents and parents, or the coaches go home to their parents, or the referees, or the trainers, or everybody that's involved in a program. I think that's what you have to look at. It's in the totality of keeping everybody safe, and then how that branches off to other people. I don't think it's just, to look at, let's just look at one section. Okay, let's look at the kids. If the kids are healthy, then everyone's going to be healthy. And I don't know if that's so true. So that's why there's a lot of decisions to be made. As you see with all the Pennsylvania colleges and all those leagues, they're gone, because I think they're looking at more of the outreaching stuff. And the second thing, John, if I may, is to me, football is such a community sport with the band and the cheerleaders and the parents. So I hope that we could move towards that. I don't know if we'll be able to move towards that in the fall. Maybe a spring model. We could move towards having the band, the cheerleaders, and the parents just playing at an empty football field. There would be something that seems that would be wrong with that. As much as I'd want our seniors especially to play football, I really sell it to our kids, and I think our community knows it, that we're about community. We're about together. We're about the band, the cheerleaders, the football team, and the parents, and everybody involved. And it's not just about the game of football, but it's about what the community brings to that certain Friday night. And it's special. I know it's special at North Pocono, and I've been very, very blessed to be there on those Friday nights with those kids. So I think there's some other things to look at. If you're just saying, well, kids will be healthy, I think that's a short-sighted view.
And from what I'm hearing from you and knowing you for so long, it's the number one thing. Winning might be third or fourth. Number one is safety and well-being of everybody, your team and your opponent, of course, and all those other things we just spoke about. But, everybody wants to win. Sure, you want to go play your best. You want to strive to be better. But I think in some ways it may take a little bit of a secondary factor here. You're going to fight your best. You're going to do your best, but you got to make sure you do it the right way.
Yeah, safety, John. You know me, and you know me very well. And As much as I want to win, and listen, I'm as competitive a person as the next person. I love to win. I'm telling you, Friday nights when we win, and then Saturday mornings when we wake up and see it in the paper, that's a great feeling when we see that North Pocono wins. But it can't just be that, and it never will be just that. As a teacher, as an educator, as a man, I think we have to strive for something a little bit greater than that, realizing winning isn't always everything. I think you have to worry about the safety of everybody involved, the lessons taught, and again, as I said, the community that is involved. Winning is great, and I want to win. And listen, that's my job, and that's part of what I do, and I will be judged by that, and I understand that. But I think as a man, I think I have to understand, and I was taught better than this by my parents, there are bigger things. And I think the bigger things are the safety of everybody involved and the community that could celebrate together every Friday night. And that's important to me.
Well, as always, I know we seem to talk about it every time, the values of your parents, the influence of Coach Hens's, that coaching staff you were at Dunmore, now the coaching staff you have at North Pocono, and all the educators that are around you. Greg, you're going to do great things this year with your team, and we hope that you and the Trojans are able to hit the field this year. And right now, there's a green light. Let's hope that can happen sometime mid-September for you guys.
Let's hope. Let's hope we can get to that point through school. School's first. Let's hope school goes well starting August 31st, and then September 14th, we put our kids in pads per the Lackawanna League, and that everything goes well. And if we do that, that would be a great thing. And I hope for our community and for everyone that we can get everybody involved. But that right now is a big wish. But we're hoping to get that accomplished.
Greg Dolhon, the North Pocono Trojans football coach here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service.